Good morning, everyone. Good morning to everyone. Hope you're having a beautiful Sunday morning. Month of April. This is the last Sunday in April. January, February, March, April. We're now 4 months into the first year, into 2025. Um, Literally just chewed up a third of 2025. It just seems like we were doing an election the other day, right? Like, I don't know if it's you or if it's just me, but man, time seems to be like just really screaming along, and the amount of um, polarizing energies are on this planet right now are just like, I don't know if you can feel it, but I can most certainly feel it. It just seems like an awful lot going on. That quite frankly is probably going to interfere with what we're trying to do here. Like I feel the energy. Um, it's a bit of a weird comment, but it's almost like, I'm wanting to operate at this level, at this kind of frequency, but it feels like it's an onslaught of negative energy, man. I don't know if you guys feel that, but I sure feel it. That means that I need to really pay attention uh, to what's going on. Last week we talked about the tuning fork. Well, I'm just going to chit chat here a little bit while people come in. If you guys could repost the room, important to me, if you care, but it really important to me is if you could smash out an invite to somebody that does not show up here. They don't go on X. They don't know who I am. They don't know who you. They probably know who you are, but they don't know this happens, right? So if you could just email something, get on the phone, call your mom, your grandmother, your daughter. Spread the word. The way the way this church came about, what I call I am. It's really our church, right? It's not my church. It's our church. Um, was one evening I was complaining about not having a place to communicate, not having a place to commune. In fact, I got very nervous in the last administration that we were going to lose our right to listen and our right to speak. I really got very concerned. In fact, I'm still concerned. And that is what drove me to get on TV and video. I was like, well, as long as we have a platform where we are able to communicate, then I think, the universe gave me a tiny amount of skill. One of those might be like communicating, and I'm going to stick my nose into this platform to at least put some positive energy into this thing, because this pipe's going to be really big. This pipe of data, 8 billion people are going to be able to hopefully, the only way we get to the truth is if 8 billion people are able to communicate to each other, and that I am able to listen to anyone about anything. I don't want censorship. I don't think censorship is good. I think we've done nothing but live under a censor society since I was a young man, and probably since all of you were young, and in fact all your parents and everybody in front of them, because the truth is most all of our history, if not all of our history, has been rewritten by the victor. That most certainly is true. So the reality I live in today, here I am, spent most of my life chasing. Um, is it interesting? I was just sitting down preparing for this. This is really a hard, um, probably the hardest thing I do. I find business very easy compared to doing this, I must say. But I was just sitting down thinking about preparing for uh, this this morning, and I thought, wow, man, my whole life since I was right out of college has literally been to survive. I mean, I have been just doing this the whole time, running. running, 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 running. And the more I do this, the more I am beginning to realize that many of the things that I did in my life um, what was I'm actually looking at it going, how many meetings did I go to that were a complete and utter waste of time? How many parties did I go to? How many conventions? Like I went to, and this is absolutely zero offense to anyone. This is just about Gary. Um, for instance, I got invited to go somewhere Friday night. I didn't want to go to see some lady who wrote a movie and some local people, and it's like I just don't have an interest in going around seeing the same people, having a drink. Hello, who are you? What's going on? Oh, you're doing this real estate deal. Oh, it's so boring. It is absolutely so boring, and everybody wants a piece of me. You know, they want, hey, let me get you in this deal. Let me look. I left after 45 minutes. I flew to Miami. Um, 8 weeks ago, yeah, about 8 weeks ago, for a special event with some big players. I fly to Miami. I literally go to the event. Must have taken me about 40 minutes to get to Miami. Then it took me another hour to get to the event. Then it took me another 45 minutes to get back to the airplane after I stood in this bar for 40 minutes and said, I'm out of here. I literally flew there, got back on the plane, flew back. Like, I don't want to sit in a bar or stand in a bar that's extremely dark, full of loud music, and there's a bunch of people there I don't even know their names, and like I just not gonna go and smash up against a bunch of sweaty men to introduce myself. Like I just don't get it. And I today I wonder. Um, Today I wonder. I just look back and go, wow, I did spend a lot of time. So the reason I spent a lot of time focusing out and fitting in and doing things that look, I needed to do some of those things, but there were many times when I have done things where I may have been better off to read a book. I may have been better off to calm down and to think. Um, and I just I got on the rat trap. See, I got on the what's the word for it? The I used to tell a partner of mine, they're awesome at you know the what's it called, the hamster wheel. Get on the hamster wheel, man. I know people that get on the hamster wheel and they can't get off. In fact, I would say that I am on it. I think probably everyone is on some type of a hamster wheel. And my deal is, hey, uh, am I on one? And am I the one that's creating the energy to push it around? And are we going in the right direction? Or, in fact, am I just on a hamster wheel and I'm going around and around repeating the same things over and over and over again, learning very little about myself? And I think that is the thing here. Okay. So look, this event that we're doing right here, this church, this moment in time, one, I want to thank everybody for being here because I get more out of this than everyone else. Okay, literally, I know I'm doing the lifting here, but I get so much out of this. Sometimes I don't want it. In fact, I probably have tricked myself into doing deep psychological work here on Gary by committing to you. See, sometimes if I just commit to myself, I'll be like, yeah, maybe I'm not going this morning. But when 1,000 people show up in a room like this, I'm like, okay, look, I can't not show up. Okay, I made a commitment. And here is a really good trick or tip or hack that I would highly recommend everyone do. And that is, if you're like me, I don't like making commitments. Just something about making a commitment into the future that just kind of bugs me a little bit. Um, and so what I do, well, it's not that I don't mind making the commitment. Um, it's the thinking about what's going to happen in the future. So what I do is I did what I did with you guys when I saw 1,000 people in this room. In fact, there's a 1,100 now. The first time I did this was in October. Someone told me, and I had no promotion, no idea that anyone would even show up. 30 or 40 people, 30 or 40 crazy people that wanted to hear me, and then 1,000 people in the room. I'm like, okay, look, I'll make a deal with everyone. If 1,000 people show up here on Sunday mornings, 10:30, I will show up. Okay, so that was my trick. And now I have this obligation to all you guys, not so much to myself. But there is no way that I'm going to be able to come on here week on and week off and lie to you guys. So I'm just going to go through my own enlightening experience, right? Like that's all I'm doing here. All I'm doing, and maybe it's narcissistic and self-centered, and I most certainly am getting a lot out of it. But I'm here to just to maybe you know what, to maybe align my own tuning fork, okay, and to start challenging myself on things that I have never really contemplated. For instance, am I using my time well? Am I learning? Am I being Gary? Am I being authentic? I heard something the other day. I don't know if this is true, but the question was, what frequency do you think has the greatest frequency? And I don't know that this has been proven or not, but the answer this person came up with was the most unique high frequency is authenticity. Now, I don't know how you would measure that. I actually grokked it and I found it very interesting. I don't know how you would do that, but I'll tell you something. Of all the characteristics, of a man or a woman that I find most attractive, it is that person that can be so authentic and not in a belligerent manner, but in a just solid, peaceful, hey, this is who I am, and I don't need to be anyone else. In fact, it's pretty cool because you're not going to be anyone else. Um, that's a really interesting little. See, that's an interesting cognition. We spend most of our time comparing to other people. And by the way, we will never, ever accomplish that. We will never be like Britney Spears or whoever, Joe DiMaggio or The Rock or Brad Pitt. Like, I'm never going to be these people. I'm never going to be Albert Einstein. I'm not going to be Michael Saylor. Guess who I'm going to be? I'm not going to be Grant Cardone. I'm going to have to live with Gary. And the question's going to be, am I going to be really Gary, or I'm going to be some amalgamation of bastardization of all these personalities that I think I want to be? Right? But yet I'm not. Um, so my job in this life is for me. I actually have come to believe that I was put here for some reason, and that until I find that reason, until I tap in, it's like a plug, right? It's like I have a male outlet on a plug. It's 110. I try to smash it into 220. It's not going to work well. If I'm trying to flow electricity and I stick water into the pipe, gosh, it's probably not going to work well, right? If I have a gasoline engine and I put diesel in it, it's probably not going to work well. If I take my boat and try to drive it on the 405 freeway, that's not going to work well, right? So I spent my entire life trying to fit into the highway. I've spent my whole life trying to get, me to make sure that everybody likes me. Who can honestly say that you go about your life and you care not one iota about what people think about you? Most people do care, and there's real value in caring and being part of society and being respectful. There's another side of that where we bastardize who we are as human beings. We bastardize the very one of one that we are. And this is why I'm really excited about this church, right? Because I don't think many people have thought about that you are one of one, man. You are not one of many. You are one of one. And anytime in art that happens, anytime in the universe where you have a one of one, I mean, you're talking about extremely finite. We're not talking about gold or silver or platinum or electricity or natural gas or money. We're talking about me, one of one, how I got here. The odds of me showing up here, first off, is, well, if somebody could just let me know, put it in the comments. What are the odds of Gary Cardone actually showing up here alive? I've been married a few times. I don't have a wife that did not have a miscarriage. So my experience has been women have a lot of miscarriages for every one that shows up, whether we talk about them or not. And so for me to show up here in this little container that I'm in, this whole mock-up, look at this. This is one of my heroes right here. Jimi Hendrix didn't pretend to be somebody else. Jimi Hendrix pretended to be himself. And that's all we care about. Why do we spend all our time trying to look like someone else when if you actually observe what's happening on planet Earth, you admire the most extreme people on the planet. The most extreme crazy people get the attention. They create. They allow us. Jimi Hendrix sets a standard for people to go, wow, man, why don't you get out of your box? Get out of your box, right? Become who you are. I mean, show everything. Janis Joplin, right? Now, were these troubled people? How many troubled people do you know that you can't even remember their name? They left nothing. Nothing. It's poof. Jimi Hendrix most certainly did not leave nothing. Now, was he perfect? No, he wasn't perfect. Why do we need everyone perfect? I, for sure, am not perfect. Look, I got Cardone Digital in the label there. It's not supposed to be Cardone Digital. This is the Church of I Am. Excuse me. So, wake up, man. Wake up. Wake your Jimi Hendrix up. Okay? That's what I'm asking you guys to do. Wake up your freaking Jimi Hendrix. Put on your Janis Joplin, man. Freaking, the most extreme people in the world is who we look up to. They're a little wacky. Okay? Why do you care if you're a little wacky? Go write a book, man. Make a movie. Do something outrageous. Do something that really aligns with you. See, that's all you have to do. You don't have to do anything outrageous. If you're not outrageous, you're not outrageous, but you are most certainly one of one. And I most certainly do not believe you were just put here by a freaking accident. I just don't believe that, okay? And if you were put here by an accident, why don't you make the time to take advantage that you got here by accident, but you're going to take full advantage of it? I mean, what is there to lose? Now, I'm going to share a little struggle with you guys that I'm having right now. I'm going to get to it here in a second because I think it actually is messing me up a little bit. It's messing me up, and I think other people go through this. When you start on this journey, um, when I start on this journey, see, last week, I just want to go through what we did last week. We talked about I am, and then we talked about the circle of people around us. Okay, if you guys are into, hey Gary, let's say A1 and Daniel Tucci and Dogecoin, I'll say, and Big Chief says, okay, I'm doing the IMs. By the way, I'm big fan of getting a book dedicated to your own writing. Okay, nothing to do with Bitcoin or finance. Just you're the treasure, dude. Bitcoin's one thing, but you're one of one. Bitcoin's one of 21 million. You're one of one. Stand up and act like you're the greatest money on the planet. You're the greatest value on this planet. You're here right now. Okay, one day you're gone, and what you're doing is most people are counterfeiting themselves, trying to be like the other currency, but you're not. You're never going to be me. You are never, ever going to be me. Okay. My mother is not, my mother is my mother. Okay. She had a special energy about her. She's not going to be Millie. Okay. It's just not happening. No one here is going to be the movie star that you thought was cool. Okay. Or the scientist. You're you. And the only bad thing about it is you're not letting the world really see it because you don't see it. Because I've spent most of my life chasing shit that quite frankly, I look at today and go, wow, man, I don't see all those people calling me from 20 years ago. I got a damn court case I've got to be in this week that I don't want to be at. I don't see anybody calling me going, hey, man, hope you do well. People go on and they move on with their life. Okay. So I think what I'm trying to say is that you there isn't, this is it, man. This is the show right here. Okay. This is happening. And you could be sitting there at 60 years old, 40 years old, 10 years old going, wow, what do I do now? What you do now is you get a book and a pencil and you start writing who the hell you are and who are the people around me. And am I even in an environment? Look, imagine you're this unique seed. There's water over, a block away. There's some soil. You got to bring all this together, man. Okay. You have to put your seed into the right environment so that you can be the unique plant, the unique organism that you are. You can't just starve it. So where I'm getting to is the inventory. The people around me is very, very important because it is, well, this is where I'm getting to. Okay. I had to get rid of a bunch of people. I had to clear the garden out, dude. Prune it, clean it, spray insecticide on it, review it again. Once it got clean, I might have to do some more digging. And you know what I find out is that, and this may not be everyone, but for me, I'm finding that I'm spending more and more time by myself. Now that I find a little concerning, because I have not, that's not true. I have spent a lot of time in my life by myself. I mean, if I'm really honest, even when I was with other people, it sure felt lonely. See, I didn't really acknowledge that until I just said it. Until I just said that out loud. I have felt lonely among many people. In fact, I have felt lonely most of my life. Even with people, just different, man. I am different, okay? I am unique. I absolutely believe I am unique. Network effect. Appreciate your comments there, but I am most certainly unique. There is under no circumstances can you behave, act, think, respond, or be me. Not a chance. Nobody in here can do it. My brother can't do it. Um, if there is a God, um, I am most certainly, I am extremely certain that there doesn't need to be any more guys like me, nor does there need to be any more people like you. I just think we're all here for a special purpose, and think that I'm not unique, then what? I'm just another piece of sand. I may be irrelevant, and that's another phenomenon, right? You get into this. Hey, is anything I'm doing actually relevant? Because in the sands of time, in the sands of time, um, I'm pretty sure no one's going to remember me in 100 years. Okay, like there's nothing I'm going to leave here that really, after 100 years, I mean, think about it. My children will be 118 years old. Their children, they will have had maybe 2 or 3 sets of children if we're lucky. Right? So now that's a paradox, right? Oh wow, I want to really do good in the world. I want to be more. I want to actually add value. Why do I want to do any of that if it's only a 100 year event? No, nobody's going to really remember me. You know what? I'll remember me. I'll know, dude. I know right now whether I'm doing enough, right? I know whether my energy is optimal or whether it's suboptimal. I think it's suboptimal. I don't know why, but I do think it's suboptimal, and I think it's suboptimal because I'm a I live in these various worlds of I live in these worlds of lack of clarity, right? Like there is a lot of lies in my universe. Most everything I think I have learned is probably not accurate. Most certainly not on a foundation of truth. Like I don't believe any book that's ever been written. Okay. I don't believe any book that's ever been written. Like I believe most of our history has been altered substantially. Not kind of altered, but massively, massively altered. Okay. You can't have the saying, what's the saying? To the victor go the spoils, and he who wins the battle writes history. Well, what do you think that means? That means the guy that won, that no matter how he won, he rewrites history. And don't be naive here, okay? Do not be naive. All you got to do is look around this planet, see the politics that's going around, realize, hey, we have a problem. We have a problem, okay? People don't want me to be unique. Look at this. This is the only church this Sunday that's talking about, hey, I want you to be unique. You are unique. And by the way, I will argue with anyone that says you're not a one of one. Somebody made the comments, there's not a snowflake. They've been trying to scientifically find a copy of one snowflake for a long time, and they can't do it. So if you think a snowflake's not duplicable, I'm pretty sure that me and Henry are different. Me and Jeremy are different. Me and Mary are different. Me and Dogecoin are different. By the way, I really appreciate all you crazy people being here because it is you guys who have dissidence. Okay, you have some you're here because you're either really messed up or you're here because you're awake, man. There's some part of you awake, and there's some part of you vibrating and you want more, and you deserve more, and the world deserves to see more of you. Okay, that doesn't mean you need to be obnoxious, but I just, am I being enough Jimi Hendrix? Okay, do you guys care when I'm really out there? Do you care? Do you care when I tell a funny joke, or a off color joke? This is who I am. This is my tune. This is how I vibrate, right? So the part I wanted to communicate about, the part I'm having a challenge with right now, is every time I get around people, and look, I can play and party with the best of them. Okay, I mean, I enjoy it sometimes. Oh, but I'm not finding it enjoyable. And I end up going to these dinners and parties, and because I'm like, hey, look, you dude, you can't spend this much time alone. Like you should be out with other people. Yet I find myself very uninterested. Like, I don't know where to find these people, right? That it's difficult, right? So like, I find this very comforting in some way. Where I know there are people here. I mean, I don't know all you people, but I know there's 2,380 people, or I don't think any of you are clones, or bots. I mean, I don't know why y'all would be here, but I just find and then I start thinking about, hey, wait, I can't do this for the rest of my life, man. So as soon as I get into the future, of course, I'm in trouble, because I move into fear, questioning, figure, what's going on. Authenticity, man. Authenticity. Who am I? Who am I? I am Gary Cardone. I am never going to be anybody else. I am me with all my complexities, um, with all my strengths. Some strengths I have yet to discover. For instance, I'm noticing now that I have much, much greater strength in being quiet and listening than I did maybe 20 years ago, when I needed to be a loudmouth. Uh, I find there is extreme power in listening, observing, and sometimes, many times, I don't need to comment on everything. I don't. I don't. I actually am starting to learn that I have much, much greater strength in being quiet. Um, Much greater strength. It's really fascinating. So, and also to watch people argue. I found, especially on X, and just seeing people have these debates. By the way, I think it's really healthy. I think it's really, really healthy. And what we need to be careful of is breaking into these groups into too many micro groups. I hope that doesn't happen. I don't really care who disagrees with me. You can come into a show anytime you want with me, have a debate, as long as it's, legit. I think that's really, 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 really healthy. And I think if you're not, look, I'm not married to what I believe. If you can show me how my belief is wrong, I will happily. I don't need to be right. I need to be uh, free. I don't care about being right. I really do not. Okay, like if you need to be right, I think you're already on the wrong path. I want to live in rightness. I don't really care. Okay, I'm quite certain no one on here knows anything about the truth. That may lose me some followers, but no one here, 2,500 people, dude. We're all just above our dogs. I mean, really, we from the daily results of our world, we cannot possibly say that we're operating at a high spiritual level. I mean, I look at what's going on in the UK and I'm like, my God, what happened to that great country, dude? What happened to that great country? It's going to happen here too if we're not careful. Well, it's going to happen here if we're not aggressive, actually. It's happening in Europe, and they are removing human beings from the human. They are removing uniqueness. They do not want me out there. They don't want you out there, and I want you out there. Okay, I want you out there crazy. We need more of this. When was the last time we had a Jimi Hendrix show up? When was the last time, man? Name me a great artist that came here and didn't turn into a complete freak show. Okay? A complete and utter freak show where it's just it's sad, really. And it's sad. So I want to see more geniuses. Okay, I'd like to see extreme freedom. And if that means we have to revolt and we have to push back and we have to get more vocal, dude, I don't know what you're waiting on. Okay, like I'd be so pissed off if I were you. See, this is kind of interesting, kind of weird, doing a church and not making any money from it because it puts me in a very interesting position. I'm telling you guys are getting Roger to death. Okay, you're getting completely screwed. I'm okay. Okay, like financially, I'm in awesome shape because I actually played the game and operated like a champion. Continue to operate like a champion if these people would get off my damn back. And I'm telling you, they will come after you. Okay, they've come after me, and they're still coming after me. And it's wherever there's power, people are going to want to tap into it and take it. You understand? Wherever there's power, people are going to want to take in and take it because they're going to want to tap in and take it. Why? Because they don't want to have it, dude. They are thieves. Okay, that is who they are. That I am a parasite. I am a creator. So you can parasite all you want, but I'm going to shoot you in the face if you try to come and take my energy. Now, how do we do that? We all have to access this shit. You guys are making a mistake. Okay, anybody on here that has anything negative to say about me, okay, you should hold your tongue. At 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, 1:30, 3:30, 4:30, whenever you want to light up a room and do your deal. And people will come and seek you out, and that'll be awesome. Okay. But until there are 1,000 people being Jimi Hendrix, okay, or Gary Cardone or Grant Cardone, my brother puts himself out there all the time. Oh, let me make him wrong for that. I mean, it's not the way I would do it, but I'm not going to belittle him for doing it. He has gotten out of obscurity. What have you done? Yeah, he made a comment one day to me. He said, there's no money in obscurity, dude. No one gets helped by being someone remaining in obscure. Obscure being not known. Okay. So there's no real value in being obscure, especially when you think about it. Oh, wow, I'm a one of one. I'm a one of one. I'm a 40 carat diamond, perfect, no scratches. Well, I probably do have quite a few scratches. Um, and you're going to tell me that I'm not worth anything, or that I should dull out, or that I should hide myself under some ugly, dirty underwear. Right? Why would I do that? You're a 40 carat diamond, dude. You're Jimi Hendrix, and you're pretending to be something other than that. You're pretending to be a Barbara Streisand. Hey, Jimmy and Barbara? Come on. The Streisand effect. Sorry, I just saw that. And I was thinking, Jimi Hendrix and Barbara Streisand. Jimi Hendrix, I was thinking of something else, and I'm not going to finish the sentence, but I was going to compare him to somebody else. So, do you think Jimi Hendrix was uncomfortable? Janis Joplin? Jimmy Page, any of these brilliant people, do you think the great writers of our time were uncomfortable, or were they just Mr. Comfy and it was just all easy for them? No, I think they were all of them had their devils, man. All of them had their I have my challenges every minute. You can't go through life, guys, and you can't go through life and there's ups and downs. Okay, there's ups and downs. You cannot go through life. You change. I have changed every 7 to 15 years. I go through a massive change, and this change I'm going through right now is probably the largest change I've ever gone through, and the most difficult, because I've run through everything now. I've run through the money. I've run through the businesses. I've run through a collection of different people. Okay, let's go build a company of 300 people. You look back after 10 years and go, okay, what did I do? I employed 300 people, didn't change the world, sold some stuff, made some money. Woo, yay, got a nice house. Never have enough friends, never have enough fun. And this happiness thing that everybody shoots for. Happiness is a warm gun. Bang, bang, bang. See, that is extreme crazy music. Okay, I love that. Happiness. I have no idea what happiness is. Zero. No idea what happiness is. Couldn't define it if I had to. And I don't think you can either. Yet, how many people go, hey, I just want to be happy? One, that says you're not. Two, you do not even have a definition for it. A little bit like love. And we have a lot of words, and they are critical words in our humanity that we chase. And yet we have zero definition on it. We have zero clarity and community or agreement on what the word happiness is. Can anyone tell me what being happy means? Anyone? It is so fleeting, this happiness thing. Okay, I go out there and I catch a three pound speckled trout with my daughter. I'm going to be happy for about, I'm going to be happy. I'm going to have a cool memory. And then I'm going to be unhappy because I got to go gut it. Now I got to gut the damn thing. So now I have responsibility because I enjoyed some happiness. I just don't know what the happiness is, okay? And I guarantee you that I've gone a long way to find it. The time I the only way I could define happiness would be more like just being at peace. Now being at peace, that is a cool goal. Excuse me. That's a cool goal because being at peace probably means I'm in alignment with who I am and what I'm doing. And I've probably done everything I need to do. I can't be at peace if I have a ton of energy. For instance, if I didn't show up to this morning, I would feel shame and guilt. And I should feel both of those because I made a commitment to you guys to show up. The trick for me, the trick for me is to, I won't do any of this. If I'm not vocal to other people, I won't do this. I will fail. I feel like I am failing, actually. Um, because the more I look inside and the more I look outside, I actually don't think I'm doing enough. This world is in a world of hurt, man. This world right now we're living in is critical. I think we're in a really, really critical stage. I would never have done this 20 years ago. I wasn't awake. Uh, I just wouldn't have done it. Today, though, I look here, and one, there's technology available, and two, I didn't know this was going to happen on my watch. But I mean, this world is really in dire straits, and I actually pick up the energy on it. I mean, I don't know if you are feeling this. I hate to even say it this way, but because it sounds really weird, but uh, do we need to raise the vibration of this planet? Okay, this planet, like if we could all just go, hey, I'm going to vibe. I am vibrating at a higher rate. Okay, my frequency is higher, raising the entire planet's frequency. Let's all bring more frequency here. Truth, love. Okay, if you're arguing on a spaces, like think about, hey, that guy's communicating. Okay, now he may be evil and he may be communicating something evil, but you need to get smarter and cleverer about debating that. I mean, use some, you know, some skill, man. Breathe. Okay. I am at peace. Okay. I am peace. Wow, that's a good acclamation. Okay. That's a good, graceful, positive affirmation. I am peace. I am at peace. It's going to be really hard for me to be at peace and then to be argumentative all the time. Uh, and you guys know what I'm talking about. If you listen on spaces, there are a few people, and it's a tiny group of people, man. I mean, like single digits, who can come in a conversation and they just calm everything down. Those people you want to value greatly, okay? They have a, like, don't tell me you don't, you know who some of those people are. You're thinking about them, and you may not even have ever seen them. There may be just a logo on their name. Right? A dumb looking meme, but you remember, oh yeah, that cat, every time he comes in, everything just, it's like it's magic, right? Everybody has the ability to do that if you get rid of your shit. If you get rid of all your stuff, if I get rid of all my weird stuff about people, if I get rid of all my, look, I'm cool with criticizing other people when I am perfect. And until then, look, most certainly there are dicks on the planet. I'm probably not going to change any of them. I think there are people that go out of their way to confuse other people. Okay. I am happy to slap them down in public. I'm happy to do it in private. I don't want it to be my job. This is not my job to correct people. Okay. My job is to be as authentic as I can possibly be. And in that authenticity, to ask whoever I think is running the show, I think I'm running the show. If I'm not, then, and by running the show, just running me, man. I am grateful for being who I am. I am Gary Cardone. I'm not Jimi Hendrix. Never gonna be Jimi Hendrix. Uh, would love to have made the impact that a Jimi Hendrix have made on this planet. Probably will never do that. Is that okay? Can I accept that I'm never going to have the impact of a Jimi Hendrix? I am open to have the impact. Okay. I am open to be more useful and a greater tool. And maybe that's what this dissonance is about that I'm talking about. This dissonance of, ooh, I don't really like being alone this much. Ooh, I don't really like being with people. There's dissonance, man. I don't need to run away from it. What are you guys going to do? You're going to make fun of me because I'm in this dilemma right now? I'm in a dilemma where, hey, I dig being alone. I get tired of being alone. Don't know what I want to do if I'm not alone. And then when I go hang out with a bunch of people, I'm like, these people are fucking crazy. I mean, when I don't mean to use the words, but I mean, I don't know any other way to. I literally look around and go, whoa, dude, all these people are unconscious. I think a good 80% of the population is absolutely unconscious, man. I think they're more unconscious than Jimi Hendrix. Jimi Hendrix shooting heroin. I think he was more conscious than most people that I see every day. Is that crazy or what? I mean, that is really, really sad. Concerning. I mean, deeply concerning. So, look, I got to be really careful about the people I hang out with, okay? Because I can get overwhelmed with the frequency, right? If the frequency is like, look, all I'm saying is that it's not easy for a rocket to escape the gravity, whatever we know about gravity, but it's not easy for a rocket to escape the gravity of the planet or any planet. All what we're doing here is not like I'm trying to escape the gravity of mediocrity. I'm trying to escape the gravity of blandness. I'm trying to escape the gravity of vanilla, nothing. Everybody is everybody. I am one of one, dude, just like you are. You are one of one. We are going to expire at some point, and I don't understand why everybody's trying to hide their brilliance. I do not understand why you're hiding your brilliance. If you're uncomfortable, it's because you're hiding your brilliance, man. And that brilliance is probably hidden under some shit you're doing that you don't appreciate, that you don't really value, you don't like you're doing it, or you've made decisions that you're trapped in. And there's only one way to get out of a trap that you've set for yourself, and that is to get out of the fucking trap. And the way to get out of the trap is to sit in that trap and get very uncomfortable and realize you walked in it, you created the cage, and you choose to stay in the trap. because there's a bunch of free shit there. It's free. It's all free. And by the way, this trap, there'll be all your buddies, they'll be very happy for you to be in it. Most people are in the trap. If you're not in a trap, I'd love you to raise your hand. Okay. I don't know anybody that's not in a trap. I think all these traps we've created ourselves just to fit into society. The amount of people I saw working at large corporations from 2020 to, I mean, it just really exemplified what I had always known. But the amount of people that work in large corporations that agreed to the vaccine, the mask, the signing in, getting passports, dude. The amount of people that will get in line, the longest line possible. Just look at that, okay? Literally yesterday, I'm going down the freeway. I'm like, why is everybody in this one line? And I'm just like on the right-hand side, like for 3 miles. And I'm like, what? Why do people get in line so easily? This cat most certainly did not get in line. Okay. I most certainly did not get in line. Check any of my old bosses out. They'll be like, dude, guy was a pain in the ass. But I was a performer. And that's all that mattered to me. I was a performer, dude. But I was probably not the easiest guy in the world to manage. I most certainly was not. Most certainly am not. That's what you get, though. You know, that's what you get when you look. I want you wild, man. I want you out there like vibrating at a massive frequency. See, I want people to go out there like Michelle and Dee and A. Velma and James Smith. I want you to make me feel like I'm not doing enough. And wouldn't that be cool? All of us are operating at such a high level. Okay, at such a high level that everybody around is like, damn, dude, I need to man up. I need to read some more books. I need to do some more. I am part of this freaking monster team of people that are choosing to live at a high frequency. Dude, let's get your tuning fork jammed in there, okay? Like plug it into an amplifier. Plug it into an amplifier, a big one. I mean, you know, the kind when you jam that jack in, you hear, okay? Who's going to hate that? No one. No one's going to hate that, man. I got people making in the comments, let's go. See, that's what we want, man. An army of us. Can you imagine? An army of people like us, high frequency. We got Bitcoin. We're good people. Hey, if you're listening to this and you're wanting to be free in your mind, okay, Bitcoin most certainly is a solution to this. Okay, like it's going to be hard for you to be super free in a world that's trapped using money. And if you are into freedom, I will tell you that I will tell you Bitcoin has actually allowed me to do this. It's actually allowed me to remove all this. Oh, I've got to run to keep up. And it's allowed me to take the time. I mean, it's only 3 years. Okay, you can literally 3 years. It's allowed me to take the time to think, to write, and to be, and to be, and to discover why the hell I'm here. Okay, why the hell am I here? I am one of one. And I can choose to act like one of 1,000, or I can choose to act and be like a one of one. And the more I can bring that truth and that type of authenticity to the world, I think other people will do this. Okay. I think other people, there's 3,000 people here, 3,400 people here. Can we all be as authentic as we can be today? I mean, it's hard. Okay. Most people cut their voice. They cut their voice somewhere right here, right? Like, make yourself heard. And if you can't make yourself heard to yourself. That's the first person you have to start talking to, okay? There is absolutely no shame. You're an adult, 50 years old. Like there's no shame for you to have, I am at peace, or I am whatever on your mirror in your bathroom. Every morning you walk in there and you look at it. Look at it, man. You want to get uncomfortable? Does anybody want to get uncomfortable right now? I have a little process. If anybody wants to get really, really uncomfortable, we can talk about it next week, how it goes. Anybody? Nah, I don't think anybody wants to be really uncomfortable. This is a really hard one. So I would all tell you to say, no, 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 don't. No, I don't want to know. Um, well, if you do want to know, write on your mirror, I am, okay? And then I want you to go there and go there right after this and look into the mirror and say, I love you. And you must look into your eyes, okay? You cannot look away. Say, I love you. And you will find how challenging really communicating. We spend so little time looking at ourselves and really understanding, hey, look, this is it, dude. One of one. This time will come and go. I love you. I am going to support you, encourage you, and promote you to be as big as you can possibly be. Be authentic, the Gary, the one of one. Don't compromise yourself. You are you. Nothing else, nothing more, nothing less, dude. For sure, nothing less. You're a miracle. Find out how challenging that is. It's massively challenging. Okay. But that's the dissonance I'm talking about. So try to do that, okay? Do that today. Do it this week. Make a commitment that you're going to do this till next Sunday, and 60, 70% of you will fail to do this. 60% plus will fail to do this. In fact, I challenge everybody here, all 3,400 people. I'll bet you not half the people can do this for 7 days till next Sunday. All you got to do it one time. I love you. If you're really big and you're really strong, do it 10 times. And stay connected, though. Try to stay connected, okay, to you. Authenticity, okay? If I've never asked myself, if I've never thought of myself as a one-on-one, how can I be authentic? Can you be authentic if you have not contemplated, oh my God, I'm not just one of 8 billion, dude. I'm one of one. Anger, worry, chaos, fear, rage, and hate. Jealousy, envy. Anger, worry, chaos, fear, rage, hate, jealousy, envy. These energies, look, These are not good energies, okay? Anger, worry, chaos, fear, rage, hate, jealousy, envy. I'm sure there's others, okay? These are terror, shame, guilt. You know, guilt is? Guilt is when you feel bad about doing something or not doing something. Stop doing it. Shame, I mean, shame is if I feel ashamed for something I'm doing or not doing, maybe I need to have that shame. But these, if you're embedded every day into these energies, okay, do you see the point I'm trying to make? There are 14 bullets trying to hit you every day: anger, worry, chaos, fear, rage, hate, jealousy, envy, shame, and guilt, smashing into your universe, man, smashing. If one of them isn't hitting you, the other one is. Okay, loneliness, lust, okay, whatever that all leads to fill in these holes. Lust is me trying to fill in a gap, man. I'm not just trying to have an orgasm. I'm trying to connect with another human being. Is really, I think that's what real lust is. For me, it's always been, hey, I just want to connect with another human being. And if I only know how to do that physically, guess what? Guess what? I'm going to connect physically to attempt to connect in some spiritual way. Okay, but what if I'm authentic? If I'm just being me, if I shouldn't have all this crap, okay? And the reason I have the crap is I'm listening to it. I'm listening to the news. I'm inundating myself with anger, worry, fear, and chaos. War, treasury, bond notes, tariffs. And I'm just inundated with like bad vibes, man. Bad vibes. Peace. Okay. Bells. Okay. Quiet music. Okay, make your environment, you got to make your environment such that you can learn who you are. And my tuning fork is getting better. It's getting tuned, but I need to make sure that the environment around my tuning fork is not corrupted and made toxic with a bunch of negative, bad energy. So I'm going to ask you guys to do a couple of things. One is let's do the mirror thing. Okay. Let's do the mirror. I love you in the mirror. I'd like you to do it every day for a week. I'd also like you to be exceptionally nice and kind to somebody today. In the next 12 hours before midnight tonight, means you're going to get an hour, 12 hours and 20 minutes, giving you a cheat. The man in the mirror. The man in the mirror. You are not going, sorry, I saw a comment. The man in the mirror you cannot lie to. You can lie to your wife. You can lie to your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your kids. The man in the mirror, can't do it. The man in the mirror, he's the guy, dude. He's the guy that I have to be okay with. So the second thing you're going to do, one, we're going to start communicating with the man, woman in the mirror. I want you to ask yourself, hey, am I living up to what I was put here for? Is this going to pass Gary's muster? Not that you have to pass my muster, but ask yourself when you're talking to yourself in that mirror, when you're writing these down, and you should most certainly write down who you are. I am. And fill it out. I am a brilliant teacher, okay? I am a passionate human being who is trusting. Like I do trust well, okay? I actually do this very, very well. I'm a bitch. Like if there's people in here that work for me, they'll tell you, man, guys, Sometimes he's awesome to work with. Sometimes he's not so awesome. But one thing I'm usually really alive. I am usually really alive. And when I'm being really, really authentic, I'm very, very passionate and exciting. And for me, I love that part of me. I love the excitement. I know that it is, what's the word for it? It's contagious. I know it's contagious. Okay. It's well contagious beyond just some human. It's not, oh, Gary's got this way. No, dude, there's another energy here. I know it's contagious. It's something you want to suck on, right? You want to eat it. You want to like use it as energy. Imagine if all of us was just operating at a higher level. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5%, man. Who cares? Any addition is going to be a monster addition. Why? Why are we doing this? I am trying to get people out of being unconscious, man. I want you to do this. I want you to write down the people in your world right now. Write it down. It's going to be a very short list. Who is around you that's conscious? Really conscious. Who around me is really conscious? It's a short list, okay? So you may find it in reading material. You may have to find it outside of your universe. You may have to come to places like this. Most certainly, I am attempting to vibrate at a much higher frequency than is normal for me. I am doing what I can to do that, okay? At least acknowledging that my frequency can improve, that I can raise it, and keep it raised, like I can keep improving. I mean, what's bad about that, right? We've all started our Sunday morning off thinking about what we're going to do, who we are, how we're going to make the world a better place. And we have actions now. Right now, we have actions that we can take, which is write something down on a mirror that you look at every day and actually confront it. You confront yourself, confront the people around you. Who around you is really conscious? If the list is extremely small, you do not have to be judgmental about this. Okay? This does not need to be negative. It is simply, oh, wow, there's a lot of really unconscious people here. If you were going into a business and you were selling candles and it was never, ever dark or smelly, you may not have a very addressable market. You kind of might want to know, hey, like nobody wants candles, man. If you realize that there are very few conscious people, then you might not want to just start smacking your knowledge out everywhere, all over the place, like you're vomiting to people that don't care. Dude, they can't even hear you. Okay. You're singing to deaf people. Okay. So like we have to really understand our environment around us. There's no sense in me speaking Russian to somebody that speaks English. Like I'm just kind of wasting my time, right? When I'm critical, I learn from that. When I'm critical, I look at the other person and go, why is that guy irritating me so much? There must be something inside of me. I don't need to criticize him, dude. I need to find out why it's irritating me. So, because once I figure out that he's irritating me because he's doing something or not doing something that I should or could be doing and am not. Happiness. Good luck on defining that one. You guys let me know on the happiness thing. I know what peace is. I know what contentment is. You know how I know? Because I've had it so few times. Funny that, huh? Got all the money in the world, dude. All the money you could imagine. Contentment. How much contentment have you saved up in your balance sheet? Hey, how much peace do you have in your balance sheet? Zeros everywhere. Dude. That is hilarious, right? Wow. 67 years old. I got more money than God. And not really, but you know what I'm saying. I got more money than I need. And my my contentment, my contentment and peace balance sheet, like it's a ledger this big, right? Tiny little ledger. 67. I should have 67 years of contentment and peace, man. Right? Now, I'm not going to get all freaked out about that. I'm just going to notice it. You don't have to wait this long, dude. You do not have to wait this long. And I'm perfectly cool with being able to share it today. Like, I don't have any shame over it. Don't have a loss over it. It's like, oh, wow, I'm just learning this right now. Okay, cool. Let's learn it now. And then maybe my kids don't have to learn this. Like maybe maybe your kids don't have to learn. Maybe we grow up and our actual goal is contentment and peace. Would that be cool? Shit. I don't owe anybody 10 BTC, bro. I don't owe anybody anything. I don't know what you're talking about. You guys are funny sometimes. I do love you guys, but you are funny. Remember, you owe me 10 BTC. Right. Got it. All right, guys, look, mirror exercise, right? Secondly, don't stop doing your I am writing. I am, fill it out. I am, fill it out. I am, fill it out. I am great. I'm a great speaker. I am healthy. I am rich. I am productive. I'm a great writer. Okay, just keep pounding it on. Jennifer Selden says, my mirror is getting full. That is so awesome, man. Let's see, where did she say that? My mirror is getting full. That's awesome. I've been getting some beautiful comments and quips from people. Really appreciate all you for being here. I think I've ended up here. So we're going to be really super nice to somebody today, right? Everyone's going to go out and do something really nice for someone. And what I would like you guys to do, if you could, repost this room and share, hey, this was an interesting room or wasn't an interesting room, but post where your frequency is. Okay. I am a tuning fork and like I am, or give me some of your I ams, okay? I am brilliant, or I am great, or I am a great leader, or I run a business, or I'm a billionaire. I'd love to see what you're discovering in this little church of I am that we're doing. Introduce some people to this recording, if you would, please. It would make me so happy if I died this afternoon. It would make me ecstatic. It would be the greatest thing that I've ever achieved in my life if a few people from this room said, hey, look, my life was altered because of this, and it went on a better, greater, more valuable trajectory. And 70 years from now or 100 years from now, someone has helped through this. Let's not forget, okay, you're all here. Like if you guys weren't here, I wouldn't be here. We're all here doing something, right? We're doing something important here. If I can help anyone, it would make me so proud. See, this is why I'm doing it, because I know that the end result, even though I get really weird of doing these, it's this ripple effect that Ann B's talking about. The greatest good that I'm probably ever going to do on this planet is in the future. It's what I'm doing today that may add, like how long does it take to plant and grow a big, mighty oak? It takes years, man, decades. So I think this is a cool thing, right? I think my intentions are beautiful here. They are clean as you could imagine. And dude, I'm proud of that. Okay, I'm proud of you being here, and I thank you out of the bottom of my heart for being here, because I do mean this. I'm becoming more me because you're allowing you're willing to just even listen to my crap. You're just listening to a human being try to become more. Like if I could evolve into a spiritual entity right now and drop my body, I would. It'd be so cool. I'd love that freedom. And I love to see you guys really, really becoming a higher frequency, more loving, peaceful, caring frequency, but it's extremely active. Okay. We do not have to be docile. I have no interest in being docile. So, peace, guys. Love you. Remember, be Jimi Hendrix, be that Janis Joplin, be the Jimmy Page. We need some geniuses out there, dude. The world's become very boring in terms of entertainment. So, rock on, rock it heavy, jack up the amps, turn up the volume, and let's all have a party. Party of life. All right, guys. Thank you.